Trump fires 17 independent inspectors general at federal agencies, source says. Reuters. Reuters, U.S. President Donald Trump fired 17 independent watchdogs at multiple government agencies on Friday, AP. Person with knowledge of the matter said, eliminating a critical oversight component and clearing the way to replace them with loyalists. The inspectors general at agencies including the Departments of State, Defense and Transportation re-notified by emails from the White House personnel director that they had been terminated immediately, the source said on condition of anonymity. Below are your comments. The dismissals appeared to violate federal law, which requires the president to give both houses of Congress reasons for the dismissals 30 days in advance. It doesn't appear to violate the law, it do. Violate the law. He's simply moving us to authoritarianism, which is what voters seem to want. He wasn't shy about his plans while campaigning. None of his chatter on the campaign trail included talk of democracy. It was all about control, his control. His cabinet picks confirm his plans. Donald Trump fired 17 independent watchdogs at multiple government agencies on Friday, a person with knowledge of the matter said, eliminating a critical oversight component and clearing the way to replace them with Trump loyalists. Welcome to the real swamp. He promised transparency, and boy if it ain't transparently obvious what he's doing. In 2020, Trump fired the inspector general who had been appointed to oversee his COVID money machine program. Trump said that he, personally, would ensure there was no fraud. How'd that work out? Those who voted for this man did this because it makes them feel happy and secure in their own hatred and contempt for others, but when they start to suffer they will not admit they made a mistake. There is a term in mental health called projecting, and what that means is that everything you accuse others of doing, you yourself are more guilty of those crimes. Please look at all the crimes your resident accuses other of doing, then take a not so close look at him. He loves the police so much, then pardoned people who attacked police officers. What do you think? This was the first few pages of Project 2025. And that book was for the first 3 to 6 months of his administration. Yikes. Thanks a lot, Supreme Court. What recourse do we as citizens have now when a president breaks the law like this? Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. The big grift is ready to be implemented. Another huge bigly violation of law. No surprise there. Straight out of the Richard M. Nixon playbook, midnight madness on a Friday night. Within 4.5 days of taking an oath to protect and defend the U.S. Constitution, he violates it intentionally twice. For those of you who do not know what inspectors general are, they're basically the watchdogs of the government who investigate whenever various government officers in their jurisdictions commit crime or behave unethically. So of course they had to be fired to make way for the new Trump regime, for which crime and unethica L behavior is a way of life. America's Nero. A great time to study Rome's emperors, Nero and Caesar, and the fall of the Roman Empire. History is repeating itself. IGs are important. And what does Trump care if the firings violate law? He doesn't care about the law. Trump fires 17 independent inspectors general at federal agencies, source says. How else is Trump goin' to stop the public from learning about his corruption? We sit on our hand and allow Trump dismantle our democracy. Break law after law while we sit on our hand and watch. People use protest, stand up, now we just blog, complain. Totally ineffective. And the takeover begins. Watch and wait. Within 2 years everything that protects consumers will be gone. Creditors will be coming after at work, your food will be even more toxic, they will stop wage increase. As is. Healthcare will go up. These people care only about money. So these are the pressing issues facing the nation right now. The next Democrat president, as usual, will have plenty of work on hand rebuilding the federal gov and the USA. The Trump motto: loyalty trumps everything. If you are loyal, you have a place with him. You do not even need to know what you are doing or how to do it. All he wants are people that will kiss the ring or another part of his anatomy, and obviously Patel, Bondi, Kennedy and several who left the gate open for Trump to do whatever he wants. The American voters who voted for him. So please don't act surprised or appalled at anything he does. Interesting, he waited until after Hegseth vote. He also broke another law by not informing Congress. Oh well. At least he got it out the way early in the day. He can now have a relaxing Saturday. How often is it said, watch a person's actions, not his words? With Trump it is both words and actions. The man is pathologically distrustful, obsessed with power, and a false superiority. He is also an obsessed showman who is always looking for the limelight, like a spoiled child in desperate need of attention. His considerable intelligence allows him to use these things like whips on people who live in fear of effective bullies and who themselves yearn for their own castle along the river of life. Consolidating his power, leaving no one to safeguard any of these agencies. Trump is opening the doors to the henhouses for the foxes. Everything Trump is doing is paving the way for massive grift. He has 4 years to steal money for himself and his billionaire cohorts from the U.S. How long are his MAGA cult members going to believe what he says as opposed to what he does, and has done already? Remember, Bush too said it would be easier if I were a dictator. Trump is trying to take it to that level. The U.S. was formed with a system of checks and balances so that no one could do what Trump is doing. The watchdogs are needed. They are not supposed to be lapdogs. Remember the 2025 project that Trump claimed he knew nothing about? Hello. Firing anyone who is not loyal and go along with his plan. Save you comments, it only lets know you have taken the KTA class. I wish the US citizens would stop being so gullible. Trump is removing oversight and replacing them with his loyalists to rob the American people. You all think this man is concerned about the working class at all? The big grift is the tax dollar. Not just your but your children, grandchildren and great-grandchildren. Keep celebrating the fall of US of A as you know it. In just a few years you all are going to look back and say how in the first office of Inspector General was established by Act of Congress in 1976 under the Department of Health and Human Services to eliminate waste, fraud, and abuse in Medicare, Medicaid, and more than 100 other departmental programs. I suppose Trump will claim that this is. Please subscribe to my channel. And if you like it, please thumbs up.